On behalf of Group 4, I would like to welcome you to our presentation on doing business in Greece. To kick off our presentation, we're just going to discuss some basic information about Greece. The population in Greece is 10,933,457 people approximately. This is a 0.4% decrease from 2014. The general makeup of the population is 49.5% male and 50.5% female. Under 15 years of age makes up 14.2% of the total population. At over half of the population, the age range between 15 and 64 years old makes up 62.2% of the population. And finally, the oldest portion of the population, 65 and up, makes up the smallest number at 9.6% of total population. The official language in Greece is Greek, with 99% of every person speaking Greek. Other languages, which include English and French, make up the remaining 1%. The official religion in Greece is the Greek Orthodox, with 98% of total religion being Greek Orthodox. The remainder of the religion is 1.3% Muslim and 1.7% other religion. The capital in Greece is Athens, and the government practice in Greece is a parliamentary republic. The parliamentary republic was adopted in 1975, and elections are held by citizens of Greece every 4 years. Next, we are going to discuss a few things about Greece's history. Greece has a rich heritage in arts, architecture, math, and science. Olympia was host of the Olympic Games. This is dominant during the Hellenistic period. The Agora of Athens is the ancient hub for government, debate, worship, and marketplace. Greece is also the birthplace of a few other things. These include Euclid's Elements of Geometry, Archimedes' mathematics and inventions such as the Polian lever, Aristophanes' Earth circumference calculation, and the first concepts of a democratic political system. We are now going to discuss the geography of Greece. The size of Greece is approximately 131,957 square kilometers. This size ranks Greece 97th out of the 257 countries in the world. To give a comparison of the size, the United States is ranked 3rd in the world with 9,826,625 square kilometers. This means that the United States is approximately 74 times bigger than Greece. Greece is strategically located between Europe, Asia, and Africa. Now, if you reference the maps on your left, you can see that Greece is surrounded by the Aegean Sea, the Sea of Crete, and the Ionian Sea, which is close to the Mediterranean Sea. The southernmost tip of the Balkan Peninsula, Greece is known for its mountainous regions and beautiful beaches. Greece is also ranked 11th in the longest coastline in the world due to the numerous islands that are located near Greece. We are now going to discuss the major imports and exports of Greece. We'll first talk about the imports of Greece. The first number one import of Greece is mineral fuels, and that makes up 34% of total imports. Second on the list is machinery and transport equipment, and this makes up 14% of Greece's total imports. Chemicals make up 13% of Greece's imports. The next and fourth item on the list of imports is food and live animals. Food and live animals make up 10% of Greece's total imports. Manufactured goods are next on the import list, and they make up a total of 9% of Greece's imports. Finally, the last 8% of Greece's imports are just miscellaneous products. Major importing partners of Greece include Germany with 13%, Italy with 13%, China with 8%, the Netherlands with 7%, and finally, France with 6%. Now we're going to discuss the major exports in Greece. The number one export on Greece is the same as the number one import of Greece, mineral fuels. Mineral fuels make up 37% of Greece's major exports. Coming in at second on the list, manufactured goods make up 13% of Greece's total exports. Food and live animals are next on the list, and they make up 12% of Greece's total exports. Chemicals make up 9% of Greece's total exports. With 7% of the total exports in Greece, machinery and equipment. Miscellaneous products make up 6% of Greece's total exports. And the last export that Greece does is crude materials, which are non-fuel. These non-fuel crude materials make up the remaining 4% of the major exports from Greece. Some major partners in exporting of Greece are Germany with 11%, Italy with 10%, Cyprus with 7%, Turkey with 6% of exports, the United Arab Emirates with 4% of exports, and then finally the United States with another 4% of total exports from Greece. Greece is currently in a trade deficit. As of March 2016, the trade deficit is negative 1,535.24. We are now talking about the GDP in Greece. We decided to use US dollars so you can have a more comparative figure of Greece's GDP. Currently, Greece's total GDP is $235.57 billion US dollars. GDP per capita is $18,377.24. GDP per capita with consideration of PPP is $24,501 US dollars and 53 cents. This GDP can be broken down into public administration with $9,212 US dollars and 88 cents, services with $9,000 and 11 cents, mining with $4,233 and 45 cents, agriculture with $1,863 and 4 cents, and finally construction with $1,435 and 74 cents. Unfortunately, GDP is down 25% since 2013. In part of this, unemployment has rose to 24.2% of the Greek population as of February 2016. We're now going to discuss Greek etiquette. Greek etiquette is important for any businessman or woman interested in doing business in Greece. The first thing we're going to talk about is business attire. In Greece, a conservative dress is preferred. Suits are worn by both men and women in the business industry. The colors preferred by Greek people are dark or subtle colors. Lighter fare is also worn in the summer months due to the extreme heat. This would mean a shirt and trousers for guys and looser shirt and trousers and or skirt for women. Appearance is very important to the Greek people, and they will judge you by your first appearance. We're now going to discuss greetings. A standard Greek greeting is a simple handshake. However, a kiss or an embrace is an also acceptable first greeting. As a note, you should always use formal titles to address acquaintances in Greece unless you are told otherwise. Continuing on with Greek etiquette, we are now going to discuss communication in Greece. We'll start with a simple yes or no. You have to express yes and no verbally because the gestures are opposite of the ones used in the United States. In the United States, tilting your head up and down would mean yes. However, that means no in Greece, and vice versa for no as well. Anger is also communicated differently by the Greek people. When the Greek people express anger, it is not always expressed negatively, but maybe ironically with laughter. Bartering and negotiation is expected in business meetings. This shows the Greek people that you are actually listening and care about what you are discussing. Open emotional debates are encouraged and will happen when having a meeting in Greece. Before a Greek meeting, personal questions are frequented in the course of business. This gives Greeks a feeling for who they are talking with and puts you down to more of a personal level. Punctuality in Greece. Punctuality is not necessarily important, and a few people arriving late to meetings is the norm. We are now going to discuss gift giving as a continuation of Greek etiquette. Gift giving is not essential for a business relationship, nor is it expected. This means that giving a gift at the first meeting is not expected. However, when invited to a Greek home, it is common and customary to give a gift. This gift would include flowers, sweets, or wine. It is also customary when coming to a Greek home to compliment the children of the home. Holiday gift giving is appreciated, and these holidays would include Christmas and Easter. We're now going to talk about bribery and corruption. Greeks take bribery very seriously. Bribery is considered a crime and will be severely punished if you are caught. Greece is ranked 94 in the Corruption Perception Index as of 2012.
Business opportunity number 1, energy conservation and management. Physical attributes make Greece an attractive location for solar power. Greece's Renewable Energy Source (RES) initiative to attain compliance with the EU's 2020-20 goal, 20% of gross energy consumption, 40% of gross electricity consumption, RES. Positive activity, especially photovoltaic, PV, but far from goal leaves opportunity. Financial crisis caused existing licenses to become inactive due to investor lack of confidence, funding difficulties, and regulation barriers. New licenses were forbidden until 2013. Greece's fast-track law aimed to stimulate strategic investment. PV investment costs dropping and electricity costs rising makes PV increasingly economically beneficial. But the existence of institutional and resource barriers remain questionable, with regulations and possible unforeseen costs, and would need careful evaluation prior to investment. Business opportunity number 2, real estate. Possible real estate investments are an opportunity, but risky. Financial crisis caused local real estate to fall as much as 50% from 2008. State and private sector were liquidating assets to repay debts. Liquidation presents a cost savings opportunity. Examples of deals that receive favorable tax status in an unusually high taxation. Canadian Fairfax Financial Holdings increased EFG properties from 5.7% to 42%. Invel Real Estate and BGS Real Estate's joint purchase of REIC Ethniki Bank Real Estate Unit. But barriers have been created by new government elected to office in January 2015 that is resisting reform initiatives, which creates uncertainty. Three business opportunities in Greece: fitness club, laundry/dry cleaning agency, cruise ship or boat guide company. Capitalizing on tourism for new business opportunities. Tourism, one of the most consistent businesses in Greece. Startups pertaining to tourism, like ones mentioned on previous slide, have a higher success rate than other industries in Greece. These types of startups help keep tourists happy, help locals out, and stimulates economy all at the same time. Win-win for everyone. Three largest companies in Greece: National Bank of Greece, Coca-Cola HBC.
Most recent issues. After World War II, Solo's growth model and the newer endogenous approach have explained the main sources of economic growth. These models played an important role in identifying the relationship between economic growth and determinants in Greece. A main reason they fell into another recession is because their government strategy was not effective enough in attracting investment. Greece is now in the middle of their third bailout, and the Greeks are worried there is no end. This bailout began in 2010 and is said to be the biggest bailout in history. The IMF is working on getting Greece's loan payments deferred until 2040 since they have already missed a payment. The Greeks would like to take fate in their own hands, which would mean raising taxes again. If they refuse help, the banks will continue to run out of money, putting them in even more debt when households and businesses were already expected to pay excess taxes. Reforms have been implemented, but at a slow pace. If Greece has hopes of leaving the Eurozone, they will have to go back to the currency they once had before they changed to the euro in 2002. But as of 2015, the possibility of leaving the Eurozone has dropped as a new political party has taken over.